You are now rocking with the incredible Rockets propaganda and Rockets round robin. What is going down? What's goody good? I know we feeling it tonight, man. I know we feeling ourselves a little bit as Rockets fans, man. But we finna get a little bit of a it's a little measuring stick game. I ain't gonna lie, it's a measuring stick game. But it's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity _VVS. And we finna get into this Rockets versus Denver Nuggets pre-game live show. What is happening, everybody? What's good? Meg, what's happening with you? What's happening with you? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, before we start talking about the game, of course, there's always a storyline. There's always a storyline in Rockets folklore. There's always a storyline. Right now, the big story right now is hold on. We have a challenger, a new challenger. What's up with it, my man, Mr. Slaughter? By the way, y'all gotta make sure y'all go to the Rockets Round Robin channel right now and go and watch Slaughter's video that he just dropped earlier today. It is the Rockets weekly overview. It is fire as always, as usual. What's happening, Mr. Slaughter?
No, I appreciate it. Not much, man. I'm a little honestly. I'm a little disappointed that Jokic is out.
Oh, he out?
That's what they're saying.
I don't like that. I don't like that, bro.
Elbow inflammation.
I'm not exactly one to start calling people's injuries weak because these are NBA players, and I'm sure their pain tolerance is higher than the average Joe. So I'm gonna let him make it. And then Jokic ain't one of them guys who just be sitting out for no reason.
So it's no Gordon, no Jokic. They're starting Murray, Westbrook, Brown, Porter Jr., and DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm like super underwhelmed right now, bro.
Yeah.
They're kind of.
I mean, I think that, but this is like one of those things that we could be sleepwalking because Jokic isn't out there.
Trap game.
Especially with the game tomorrow too. So it's good to take care of our business early so we can get as much rest as possible.
I agree. We could probably say something along the lines of this is really a I'd say this salute, Scooter, salute. I would say it's probably a character check game because on the other side we was really expecting to see big Jokic versus Şengün. It's always a fun matchup. We're not gonna see that tonight, but if the Rockets are a serious team, they should be able to look past that, still take the Denver Nuggets serious because they still got championship DNA. They still got Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray coming off of a crazy game, 45 points last game against the Mavericks. And Westbrook has been playing some good ball this season too, man, so we can't sleep on that. We cannot sleep on that. And if Aaron Gordon not playing either, so their defense is probably their defense has already been slipping this season. So I don't know, man. But we got to be respectful. Play the game with respect, and it's going to respect you back.
Do you think they're going to go small ball? And then if so, do you think they'll put Şengün on Westbrook?
Man. You know what?
They've done that a couple times. Not with someone quite as fast as Westbrook, but
yeah, Westbrook still got burst, which is crazy. What is he, 35, almost 36? Yeah, Westbrook still got burst. Like he can still take that.
Yeah, I think he is 36.
Yeah, that's crazy. That dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I don't think he get enough credit for his longevity himself and being an Iron Man. Like, he doesn't miss games, bro. He's taking care of himself. He's lost a little bit of athleticism, but he's still one of the most athletic guards in the league, still to me. And he stepped up his defensive game too, which is crazy.
And he's been really good for them over the last 8 games. He's been a plus 24, plus 6, plus 5, minus 10, plus 18, plus 21. So I mean,
he's brought brought another dimension to them that they didn't have. They didn't have an athletic person to attack from the perimeter like Westbrook, and I think he's played off of Jokic very well too. So I know Jokic ain't playing this game, but I don't care. Like Westbrook, see the problem with some of these old guys is sometimes you look at them like they old, but then they'll have a flashback game on you. We can't allow that tonight.
Well, especially, I mean, he's played a lot of minutes, but he's not having to carry the load like he did in OKC.
Exactly.
So he may be able to ratchet it up one game.
Exactly. And this is one of his former teams. I don't know if he got any bad blood against the Rockets, though. Probably not. But
like 3 years here.
Yeah, one good year, but yeah.
Right. But it was like one of his best years of his career.
Yeah, one of his best years for sure. I would say Mike D'Antoni did a really good job with Westbrook. He shot a lot better, a lot more efficiently from the field. They got him in open space and let him work. His defense was all right here. He wasn't a sieve on defense when he was here. But I enjoyed Westbrook's time here, and that's when I really started it. Well, I already respected him. I just hated him because of, OKC Houston rivalry, man. I gotta hate whoever is over there. But that's just a storyline. I don't think it's getting enough credit around the league, man. Shout out to Russell Westbrook.
I mean, he's only at a 23 usage, so I mean that could kick up to 30, 31. I think one of the underrated things about Westbrook is I always felt like they relied a lot on Aaron Gordon to be that second passer. Yeah. Because Murray kind of hasn't really stepped into that role. But with Westbrook there, he stepped into that role and he's better equipped to do it. In theory, he should be getting Murray a lot of shots. Michael Porter Jr. should be getting better shots. I mean, the ball should just be moving better. I mean, obviously, Jokic's not there, but I mean, I think the team kind of makes more sense as it's constructed than it has in years past, even if they don't have the depth. Yeah,
they don't have the depth. That's one, and then two, the film has been updated. The scouting reports have been updated. We know what you like to do. So it's kind of hard to continue to do what you was good at. You got to update your resume. Like I always say, update that resume, because when that scouting report update, it's going to tell on you. So, yeah. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Let's get into to some of the matchup stuff, some of the fun stuff. I was going to just talk real quick about the whole Jalen Green saga that's going on right now. I know everybody's in a good space. Even me as a Jalen Green supporter, let's pump our brakes a little bit. Let's pump our brakes. We still need to. He still has some work to do, but we like where it's trending. It's trending in a very good area, and he's got to keep this up. You see what we look like when he's playing well. So that shows you. Well, that shows him that how important that he is to the rebuild and to the team in general, and to building a winning culture around here, which we have. So. Shout out to him, but he ain't out the woods yet.
I mean, again, it's like we were winning, in spite of his play earlier, and then you turn a negative into a positive, and he's been the biggest positive over the last 2 weeks or so, and that's that's really taken us off. Even with surviving the injuries, I mean, he's picked a good time to do it.
Yeah, he's really been on the roll since Thanksgiving. And really, the first couple weeks of the season, he was good too. And apparently, whatever knee injury and whatever sickness, whatever that is, all I know is this: once you put that jersey on and you step in the court, don't nobody get no damn about whatever you got going on. You wearing a Rockets jersey, you need to play like you give a damn. We don't care about your injuries. I hate to say it like that because as a human being, you like, all right, you want to give them that excuse, but if it's that bad and you weighing the team down, sit your ass down. That's the way I see it. I know you want to play all 82.
Yeah, I mean, again, the injuries for this kind of team is kind of like a blessing in disguise because it just gives the young guys, different young guys, more leeway to give the minutes and show what they can do.
Yeah, which is why it wouldn't have been a bad thing if he sat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But whatever, we here now, and hopefully he can keep it up. Keep it going tonight, man. Big Jokic ain't there, so you ain't got no. I know Jokic ain't the best defender, but being big in the paint is still a bit intimidating. Nobody wants to attack a big 300-pound Eastern European. Like you might catch an elbow in the wrong place. So yeah. All right, matchups. First matchup, my favorite thing. Who is fighting tonight? I already know who's fighting tonight. It's easy. It's easy money, bro. Who you got? Who you got fighting tonight, man?
What? Westbrook and who?
Westbrook and Brooks. That's easy work. You know he's gonna guard Westbrook at some point. Yeah, he definitely. Scooter said later in the season it'll be much more difficult for us to win because of fatigue and adjustments of other teams to our style of basketball. Let me add on to that point. Yeah, fatigue go both ways. Other teams gonna be fatigued too. However, the way we play with our physical style is probably a little bit more grueling on us, which is probably, I think, kind of led to some of the bad shooting numbers. Sort of, in my opinion. What you think about that, right quick?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I always thought that, particularly last year, that our defense was kind of, I don't want to say that it wasn't like great, but it was that we just tried really hard all the time. And at some point, whenever you become a great team, you just kind of have to play good defense regardless if you're trying all that hard or not, right? I mean, that's kind of like why Brooks and Fred wore down last year, because they were just playing their butt off every night. And that's why they went downhill. So this year I think it's a little different, but yeah, I mean, I think that it definitely takes the toll. I wonder this, because this is like in the NFL, right? Every team that played the Lions the week before, it was like 16 of 18 teams failed to cover the next game. I wonder what teams are after they play us.
Huh.
I bet they're exhausted after they play us, and they really struggle the next game.
Interesting. I'm gonna go back and look at some of that.
Yeah, I don't know. It just came to my head.
Nah, that's super interesting though. That's super interesting. I might go look at that a little bit.
But generally, I think your theory is correct.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it historically. Like a lot of teams that play as physical a defense as we do, they kind of get worn down towards either the end of the game or the end of the season, and you might get in the playoff series. We've seen it with the Tom Thibodeau teams. Hell, we've seen it with the Jeff Van Gundy teams. Yep. It was the same thing. Like, great, incredible defense, but you ain't had no legs to hit no shots on the other end. Hell, we even saw it against the Warriors in that game 7 when Trevor Ariza went 0 for 12.
Yeah.
We saw it when we went 0 for 27. Was it 0 for 27? Yeah, 0 for 27.
I mean, the Warriors too, though. The Warriors didn't shoot the ball well.
Yeah, they didn't. They also didn't. That's true. Yeah, that's why when you see a lot of these long playoff series, that game 7 is usually low scoring.
I mean, think about Warriors Cavs.
Warriors Cavs, yeah.
That game was really low scoring.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like low scoring games, especially the ones where it's low scoring because the defense is great. I like watching good defense.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a weirdo like that, but I like watching good defense because to me, if the better your defense is, when somebody actually scores, it means more to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means you earned that.
What I'm interested in for the playoffs is these Rockets are like the Harden Rockets, but inverse, right? So I feel like I'm interested to know whether or not Ime has a different gear or a different lever to pull in a playoff series to navigate how the offense is attacking his defense. Because I feel like we make a lot of adjustments already during the regular season, and I'm not sure how many different things he could do. I always felt like the Harden Rockets, they really didn't have like a different thing that they could do on offense. They just like had to beat you one-on-one. That was like how that was going to happen or it wasn't going to happen, and made the best guy win. They didn't really have a great adjustment to it. So I'm curious what Ime has up his sleeve defensively in the playoff series, given how we played during the regular season. You're muted.
My mic decided to mute itself.
I was muted myself.
Hold on. Nah, I can't hear nothing. Man, what the? Man, that's crazy. My sound just decided to die. Hold on, Slop. Carry the show for us, bro, because I can't. You can hear me, and I can't even hear you. That's nutty.
All right, so
don't be talking about me though, bro. I can hear you.
I'm trying to project the rotation here. If with Murray, Porter, Brown, Westbrook, and Jordan, so they'll have Strother coming off the bench, Peyton Wilson coming off the bench. I don't know who the other person's going to be. It seems like they probably need a big, but it's a very small team. I feel like our rebounding ought to really carry it. I know that Westbrook is a good rebounder. Porter Jr. is a decent rebounder, but I want to, Jalen ought to exploit DeAndre significantly this game.
I don't know how much playing time he gonna get.
Yeah, like 20 minutes maybe.
That's a bad matchup for him. It's bad. He can't.
But on the other hand, though, DeAndre, like people like DeAndre have given Şengün a really hard time, even defensively, like lob threats and stuff. So I think it's kind of a good test.
Yeah, Drake can still jump a little bit, but
it's amazing. He's old. He's 36 too.
That's crazy. So, man, that's crazy. It looked like dudes is lasting a little longer in the NBA. That's good. Well, maybe
big guys have kind of always made it.
Yeah, because they always have a spot.
Around for a while. I mean,
Kevin Willis played for a long time, man.
Robert Parrish,
another one. There was another person too that played like really long. I can't remember. Mutombo.
Dikembe played a while, yeah.
Yeah, Mutombo played a hot second, boy. Man. But and it's crazier. I think back then it's kind of crazier because they didn't come in as young. They come in a lot younger now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but then again,
it's a lot harder for centers now too, though.
Yeah, because all of the running and gunning, and you got to guard out in the perimeter. You got to get in a chair and play guards, switch out, and all that. Man, that's crazy.
It's harder in a different way. It was. I mean, the physicalness of it would be difficult too.
Yeah, there's give and take.
It's exhausting.
It's a lot of give and take, man. Just like they say, players are more skilled now. Well, they're just doing what the rules allow to do more now. They're just taking advantage of the incentives of the rule base now.
Right.
Like if imagine if analytics was back in the 80s and 90s and all of that. Like, don't you think those Spurs teams from the early 2000s would have shot a whole lot more threes? I know they would. First of all, they shot them at an efficient rate. But I'm sure they would have shot him a whole lot more. Tim Duncan probably would have been out there jacking up some threes.
He probably could have made some.
Yeah, he could have made some too. Yeah, I mean, with the Rockets, he sure as hell would have shot some threes.
He could,
because he had a killer mid range. Yeah, that fadeaway was unstoppable. But anyway, man, I hate that. What's the name not playing? I really wanted to get into some really good matchup stuff, X's and O's stuff, but oh well. What?
It's kind of good though because we don't really have a game plan on them, so we'll have to really adjust on the fly.
So is DeAndre Jordan for sure starting at center?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder who's gonna be in for Aaron Gordon though.
Then Brown.
I thought Christian Brown already started, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then I guess they slotted Westbrook into the starting lineup then, right? So it's
Murray,
Porter, Brown, Westbrook, and DeAndre.
Yeah, I think we should be able to expose DeAndre Jordan and Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is trying a lot more on defense, but he still can be got. He can still be got because he don't really have Aaron Gordon to flank him in this game. So that's a matchup that I would like to exploit. Who would exploit it? Not sure. But I would like to make him guard from side to side. I want to test DeAndre Jordan's stamina. I'm going to put him in every action I can possible and tell him to keep up. I'll probably put, truth be told, I'll probably put Amen Thompson. I'll put Amen Thompson on DeAndre Jordan just to see something. I'll put Amen Thompson on him if they want to get into any pick and roll action. I wouldn't have no problem putting, I don't want to put Şengün on Westbrook because they're going to definitely pick and roll with Westbrook. I know that for sure.
The problem when you do that, though, is so then Şengün's got to be the guy that's helping on the bottom, right? Like he's
good at that, though.
What's that?
He's good at that, though.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I'm Denver, then we would just have to back switch that, right? We'd have to have whoever rolled to the corner there would have to be who Şengün was guarding. Because they probably, if I'm them, I'm kind of like
Brown.
But Westbrook's probably in the dunker spot, I would imagine. That's what I would do.
In this game, he probably going to have the ball more.
Yeah, you're probably
Jokic's
right.
not playing. He probably going to have the ball more. I would definitely, gear up for that. And I'd probably...
but you can't really put him in on DeAndre then. Because then Şengün's got to guard Porter Jr. or Murray or Brown.
I'll put him on Brown. I'll put him on Brown because Brown not going to be in a whole lot of the actions. Or at least not on the on-ball action.
man. I mean, I think. I mean, it'd be an interesting test for sure.
It'd be
to see it.
I'd be interested to see how Denver and Mike Malone and them adjust and see how they switch up their game plan on the fly. Because
I'm glad you highlighted that. I was thinking that's a great point.
Yeah, Westbrook without Jokic is less effective because no one else can feed Westbrook as effective as Jokic. That is a very good point. Scooter, you on point with that, but we'll see. Again, I just want to caution everybody. Westbrook can reach back in his bag and have one of them games where he reminds you. Please, we cannot have that this game.
Westbrook's going to be more playmaking than play finishing this game.
I'd rather him than Jamal Murray.
They are going to shoot a ton of threes, by the way, if we allow it.
Boy, Jamal Murray scares me out of my pants, bro. That dude scares me, bro.
You remember the bubble series with him and Mitchell?
Dog, him and what's the name was going bar for bar with each other. Yeah, him and Donovan Mitchell was going bar for bar with each other. I think Murray had a 50-point game in there, man. Like
I think they both did. I think it was something. I'll go look up the game.
It was crazy. That's one of the great playoff series to me, bro. That was one of the great playoff series, especially from teams that didn't win the title. That was one of the great playoff series, bro. One of the great ones. Especially, it's crazy. Jamal Murray ain't been an All-Star. He was selected, but he was hurt. But it's crazy he ain't been an All-Star. That's crazy. But that just tells you the depth at that position.
Mitchell had 57 in game 1, 51 in game 4, and then Murray had 50 in game 6.
Sheesh.
But that first game, I think Murray had a lot too.
What's the name? But a lot of dudes in the bubble, was going nuts. What's that dude name that played in? He played for Indiana at the time. He hurt now.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he's in the league no more.
Warren.
T.J. Warren. Boy had a 50 burger in the bubble, man.
Yeah, he was nasty in the bubble.
Yeah, he was nuts. And then Phoenix won. What was it? 7, 8 straight. They went undefeated in the bubble.
9 maybe. Yeah, they won every game. They barely missed the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a bunch of funky stuff happening in that bubble. Or call it the bubble era.
But Murray can go off for sure, and
he can. I don't want him doing that.
I mean, he can do what like Bane, right? Like I was worried.
He'll do worse than that.
Yeah. But I mean, like Bane in that third quarter went off. I mean, Murray can do it for like a whole game though.
Yeah, he can do it for a whole game. He can control the action. He's gonna get dudes involved. You're gonna have to start trying to double and triple him. He can play off the ball too because he can shoot it from anywhere. Like that dude there, man.
The thing though, I expect our offense to be good, not only because they don't have their defensive guys in, but also if Westbrook's handling the ball, he still turns over the ball a ton. Yeah, he does. So we ought to be able to get on a fast break. I expect us to have 20 plus fast break points tonight.
Yeah. As long as we stay focused and don't lose focus, I think we should be straight. Final scores, man. What you got? Well, before we get into the final score, I guess who we got as the X factors, bro, for the Nuggets and for the Rockets.
I'll say I'll go back to the well. I'll go Tate again because I feel like this is the type of game where I could see the starters just not giving a shit, and Tate, like rectifying that situation.
Unfortunately, you could be very right about this. What about the Nuggets? Who is somebody who might be sneaking up on us this game?
I'll say Julian Strawther.
Yeah, he gonna get some.
He can hit some shots. I think he went to what Furman or something. Let me see. The SoCon. Oh no, he went to Gonzaga. He went to somewhere else though. I think he went to somewhere else before Gonzaga too.
Yeah, I'm looking at maybe Christian Brown could be a problem because I suspect that they're gonna put Alperen Sengun on him, and he might take that personal because he got some dog in him too. Mm-hmm. Christian Brown got some dog in him. He might be like, "Oh, you putting your son on me? You don't think I can ball? All right, bet." So that's a matchup I want to look at. From the Rockets' point of view, FYI, Amen Thompson I'm putting him in the consistent bubble now. He, Jalen, and Sengun, they're not X factors no more. No,
right?
I expect them every game. We might have a Fred game tonight. And I say that because these young kids might see, oh, we got a wounded animal over here. Let's play with our food. And Fred gonna come here and be a veteran and be like, all right, you kids is idiots.
Yep.
So, yeah. Final scores though. Final score. Scooter say.
And the last thing I'll say is also about the veteran guys is that, you know, even though they've been in the league for 3 years, they've only went to Denver like 5 times. It's like totally different playing there.
Yeah, it's true. That's very true. Very, very true. I want to take a trip out there just to test that altitude, do some running, and just to see. Because I know I've heard it is really bad, but I want to see how bad. I'm a nutcase like that, bro.
I hear you. I haven't done it, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try that. 122, 116. That's what Scooter say. Woo! The 122 I can see in this game, but if we're giving up 116, we got a problem. Ain't gonna lie. If we give up 116, we got a problem. The defense low-key hasn't been as good.
I'm gonna go 127, 109. Yes, but if you watch my video, there's 2 reasons why that's been true. One, we just played Memphis twice, and so they're a great offense. 2, the pace is higher. Yeah. And 3, Memphis shot the ball really well comparatively. We didn't allow a lot of threes, so I think they hit a lot of shots that they weren't. I mean, you know, even the telecast was like, oh, they're hitting a bunch of grenades. I felt like they just kind of shot well. So I think our defense was better last week than the stats indicated, and it was definitely better than the week before, even though we played Memphis twice, who's a great offense. So I'm optimistic about the defense.
Oh, Slaughter, optimistic about something. Oh, man, are we having a breakthrough live on the Rockets Round Robin? Oh, man. It happens. How about them apples? Yeah, I think we should be good against the 3-point line this game. But I think
that's the key. That's how they're gonna win. We can't allow them to shoot 53s.
Yeah. There's a couple dudes that can get hot. Michael Porter Jr. can get hot, and we know Jamal Murray can. He can blow a city up. So we don't need that. I think we might. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, defensively, we might have some problems. Yeah, we might have some problems, especially if Westbrook is in attack mode. Who does Fred guard? Does he? Man, yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Because Fred, low key, he kind of been ass on defense. As
they're
far as
they're not very big, but they're also not very small.
Yeah, they're not small.
They don't have a short guy on the team.
What they do have is guys that can go out and go get something. They got guys that can make something happen. MPJ can make something happen.
I think Fred would play Murray well, honestly.
Man, listen, bro. I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see Fred on Murray. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see Fred on Westbrook though.
I'd rather him on Westbrook than Murray, because if he got to sit there and be fighting over screens, Murray finna blow him up from the 3-point line. I'd rather give up Westbrook middies and paint attacks because he's still kind of, unless he's hot, he still kind of be messing up in the paint a little bit. Like his finishing around the paint isn't as good. That's kind of falling off. That's the part of his game that's really falling off.
Yeah, he lost his touch for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely lost his touch around the paint, and that really started. That low key started.
Or the Rockets.
It started with the Rockets.
The last little bit of the Thunder.
Yeah, it started there, but yeah, I don't know, man. I love Fred and his leadership. The defense, I think, is still better when he's out there, but when he's in the action, especially when he's in pick and roll, his pick and roll cover is not even good anymore.
Murray is the shooting. It will be the shooting guard. So I'm with you. I think they'll start front on Westbrook.
I'd rather that. I'd rather give up a bunch of tools and then risk Jamal Murray going nuclear. That when I tell you that dude frightens me, man, I mean it. And Kentucky guards, bro, those are not guys you sit there and you play around with, bro. You gotta pay special attention to them.
Well, how about this? What if they put a min on Westbrook? Because then he can guard him on the point.
I think we're wasting a min.
He can roam though whenever he doesn't have the ball.
But I think that's true. How much is he not gonna have the ball though?
Well, because without Jokic there, the cutting I don't think is as big of an issue.
It's not, but Westbrook would be the guy with the ball. I would want to force Westbrook to be a passer so he can make stupid passes. because we know he can do that. And then he turns the ball over. We get out and run. And this game is over before we know it. I would prefer that. I want to bait. My game plan is to bait Westbrook into turning back the clock. If it blows up in our face, it look bad. But if it don't, it's gonna look really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's like the only way they can really win, though.
Hey man, listen.
He's got to have like 15 assists tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is the NBA. These guys are all professionals. Sure. Every game is different. Hell, even in a 7-game series, each game doesn't even look the same. Some games look better than others, worse than others. Some games are defensive battles. Some are shootouts. Some are blowouts. It's the NBA, man. You really can't. It's hard to predict. You can only go off of what you know, man. But my final score, I'm gonna say, man, I don't know about that 120. I'm really worried about us getting the 120. I don't know. I need to see more evidence before I start calling out these 120 scores. So I'm gonna say 114, 102. That's my final score. I don't know if it's gonna be on point or not.
I'll say 115, 110. I think it'll be close.
Damn,
closer than we want it to be.
Yeah, we on the road.
But the thing that worries me though is that everyone that they're gonna play tonight, except for DeAndre and Westbrook, can shoot. Everyone that they're gonna put around those two guys can shoot.
Yeah.
Whether it's Strother, Brown, Porter, Murray, hell, they could throw Saric out there. Peyton Wilson can shoot a little bit. I don't know. They can just all shoot.
And this is why I want to stay home and let Westbrook see if he can turn back the clock.
Man, you start letting him get the paint touches. I think that's how they amplify everything. I mean, I guess if you're saying like, hey, we're just gonna let you, Westbrook, you got to go score 50 points, and we're gonna stay home on the shooters, and we're not like we've been instructed to not help. I could see that as a winning strategy, but I can't see like
not help at first. Now, if he makes a few and he starts looking like MVP Westbrook, all right, then you start helping. But I'm still trying to stay disciplined on the shooters.
Yeah, I mean that's
the way to beat the Rockets. You beat the Rockets if you're hitting your threes.
But I think we're going to come out slow because Jokic isn't there, and I think they're just going to play a lot differently than I think we underrate how much teams prepare via film and how much that goes into a game plan. And if that game plan isn't there, like I feel like it's, you know, even though they're professionals, they're still like slightly unsure or unprepared.
Yeah,
to their normal preparedness.
A slight change can kind of throw your mental off. Like, okay,
so I could see us being down like 8 early or something.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be an interesting one though, man. But we need to take care of business. Like, I don't care who playing over there. You better act like Jokic over there. That's how you need to play. I don't care. Take everybody serious. Respect your opponent. Nobody lays him up to lose. I bet you Westbrook, if they're gonna win, Westbrook probably saying, "Hell yeah, we finna win."
Well, here's a question now, because you've moved 3 guys into the echelon of non-X factors. Which of those 3 guys is going to play the best tonight?
That's a damn good question, boy. That's a damn good question. Alperen Sengun is due for a bounce back game. Yeah, I know he did have that one really good game against the Grizzlies, but outside of that game, he kind of been hit and miss.
Minnesota, he was good.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, but he only played like 5 games, but I mean,
he low key been inconsistent. It's been overshadowed by Jalen Green's inconsistency, but LP ain't been as consistent as we would think. Let me ask you this: I got a good question for you. Do you take this season's LP, given his improved defense, or do you take last season's LP, where he looked like a legitimate all-star? Which one would you take on this team right now, given what we know?
I think I would take last season's.
Yeah, I take last season. Man.
I think the defense can overcome at least a little bit. I mean, I would be interested to see how much it could overcome, I guess.
I think
Yeah.
But you got to remember though, like if LP is as efficient in the paint as he was last season, we probably blow out a lot more teams.
Right.
I'll take that net.
But our defense may be a lot worse, or it may not be.
I don't know about a lot worse. It'll take a step back, but I don't think it'll be like out of the top 10.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the net.
With Fred step back, but everyone else getting better, and being good but then bad. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how it would play out. I would still take it though. I think.
Yeah, I'll still take last season's LP, man, because
but we know it's in there. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's in there. But like I keep saying, the thing with LP is he has to counter how the defense is playing him now. Everybody, I keep telling everybody, watch how they play him. Everybody's sitting on them spins, and they know about all of his fakes, his up and unders, and all of that. They know about all that now. They stand on his right hip and they stand down. They're not going for the okie doke no more.
That was a good point.
They're forcing them to finish over the top. They stand on their right hip every time because they know he likes his right hand. So that's why I'm saying like the Shin Hub offense kind of will loosen up the defense a little bit and kind of keep you guessing. Because if you just give a team a straight up dose of posting up Alperen Sengun, I don't think we're maximizing him. We're doing him an injustice. He can do it, but I'm not doing a steady diet of that. That's not where he's best.
That is for a different pod.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm with you though.
And we'll get to it. Look like this from the tip off here.
I say that Amin has the best game tonight of the three. Amin drops his first triple-double. And he does his best Westbrook impression.
All right, so he's player of the game, huh?
Yeah.
I'm still going there for Sengun. I think he's probably gonna deal with DeAndre Jordan really well. I think.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, I think he's gonna make him look old.
He needs to.
I think he's gonna make him look old. We'll see, man. But yeah, man, tip off in about a minute or two. Yeah. Appreciate you coming through, Mr. Slaughter, man. I appreciate everybody that's coming through. It was about 110 people in here for the pregame. That's a lot for the pregame. If you're still here watching, all 107 of you now, 108 now, make sure y'all hit that like button. Go on and subscribe. Make sure, like I said before, make sure y'all go check out Slaughter's new video, man. If y'all not checking out Slaughter's video, I might have to come find each and every one of y'all. Y'all being here on these pregame, when I tell you to go check out these videos, y'all don't go do it. I'm going to find each and every one of y'all. Slaughter's my lawyer. He going to bail me out. Oh, man. But yeah, man, y'all tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure y'all come back again at halftime. And we out.